Welcome back to another episode of Sketchnoting. Today we want to touch on the beginnings of feminism and the recognition of gender inequality. In previous episodes, we have mentioned a lot of male figures within the realm of sociology, but let's not forget the powerful ladies and their contributions. Today we'll take a closer look at the work of Harriet Martineau. She is considered by many to be the very first female sociologist and the first to introduce the feminist perspective to literature. However, during her lifetime, her work was not recognized as it is today. She enjoyed a life as a journalist and writer, but remained a smaller name in the male-centered arena of literature and academia. Mattineau made her big debut as a journalist and social theorist after a trip to the US in 1834 to 36. She wrote about the American economy, its politics, and social issues. After her investigative trip, she summarized her impression of the United States' social injustice and political economy in her book, Theory and Practice of Society in America. The book was released about 50 years after the Declaration of Independence was written and signed. The Declaration of Independence claimed that all men are equal under the U.S. Constitution. Mattineau was not convinced that the document would grant equality to all, and she laid down her criticisms of the document, its practicality, and its writers, emphasizing that it was in fact not all people residing in the United States who enjoyed equal freedoms and liberties, but rather that women were still very disadvantaged in the patriarchy of the United States. At this point in time, women were not allowed to work in certain positions, open bank accounts independently, nor be seen as independent or intellectual equals. Her main claim was that if half of society, aka men, hold power over the other half of society, aka women, then this society cannot be considered a free nor equal society. This seems quite evident, but she did not stop there. She went on to criticize an even more heinous and ridiculous practice, slavery. She wrote that freedom and equality was not granted to all in the U.S. society, but in actuality to a small minority of white male landowners. She criticized the white male leaders of the U.S. for priding themselves on freedom, yet enslaving thousands for their own profit and benefit. The oppression of women, African Americans, Africans, and many more minority groups living in the United States during this time was alive and well, and Mattineau was not going to let the hypocrisy of the Founding Fathers and the United States go unnoticed. Unfortunately, female voice held little power in the American and European societies at this time. But along with other powerful female contemporaries, Mattineau laid the foundation for feminism and the feminist perspective in academia. That's all we have for today's episode. Tune in next month to learn more about Tunis, Gesellschaft und Gemeinschaft. Thanks for listening, and as always, if you have topics that you'd like to learn more about, leave us a comment, DM us on Instagram, and of course, make sure to subscribe to our channel and leave us a like. See you next time.